Oh shit, it is time, boys. Fusions versus maximums. Who will win? Who's the best mechanic? Who's got the best monsters? It's none of them. Play synchros or links like a meta player, you goddamn scrubs! Welcome, everyone. Hello, once again, to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. This one put it right in the title. Links versus fusions. No, wait. Maximums versus fusions. It's been a long day. My entire area was almost underwater for a day and a half. It's been complicated. But anyways, so yeah, this week's Go Rush episode, naturally, after we did a little bit of focus on Udius and a little bit of focus on Yuamu, this episode focuses on Yuuhi. Actually, Yuuhi has had a lot of focus the past few episodes, and it's been pretty damn good. I've praised this the entire time. The idea that the happy-go-lucky kind of dopey best friend just kind of becomes this like sad, cynical loner because he just watched his entire life be destroyed is really compelling. And naturally, you then get to see him find his way back, and they did it in a way I quite enjoyed because they kind of did a few things I wasn't expecting, and so we're gonna talk about it. First and foremost, let us begin where the episode begins. We see that Asuka has built this like mini club room base thing for everybody under the school. They go under there where it's like, we're going to talk about plans to save the day. Is that going to be what the episode focuses on? No, we're all just here because we need screen time. But yeah, no, basically they're down there. They come up with the plan that they're going to get the surface world back. I do like the idea that the minute Asuka believed that she could do something or kind of set things in motion again, she kind of jumped right back. It's like, okay, let's get started. And that's cool for that character. I also like that Udius was the one who was being a little more cautious this time. Like the rest of them are ready to just gung-ho jump into everything, but he's like, well, we gotta be careful. A lot of people have died already. Considering he did feel like a gung-ho over-the-top character before, that does feel like a fair amount of growth for him. That he now wants to think about, well, people could get hurt. What does this mean? Nice little thing for him. I also like the idea that Yuamu was then the one who was like, all right, I'm in. Let's go do this. We're all going to be stuck here forever if we don't. So let's go. I think that ties into what I was talking about with her growth last week and how she's become a stronger, better person. But yeah, everyone else was just kind of there. But the main focus of this episode naturally is on Yuuhi, who is still trying to connect the dots of what Yuga told him and this growing sense of wanting to fight back. And I kind of like the idea that his natural instinct is to do something. His natural desire is to help. His sort of where he's at in life wants to fight back, and we see that. But for the most part, like, he is still Yuuhi. He is still someone who wants to believe in hope. He just kind of needs to get there. So while he's off alone doing lonely anime guy stuff, the girl who talks like Riza was her name. Look, it's been a while since Sevens, okay? The girl whose shtick was that she was the weird ninja girl for Gakudo and that she kept having crushes on everybody. The girl who sounds like her, who is Manabu's boss, came back where we find out that she betrayed MIK and has been on the run and they are after her. Kind of an interesting bit of character development that Manabu, the main character, the more important character who you're supposed to like and identify, was stuck with MIK, while this girl, who was legitimately an antagonist for a bit, is the one who decided to rebel and do the right thing. Kind of a neat little thing. But yeah, no, we see that she is running and she throws a ninja smoke bomb, which doesn't go off. That plays in later. I've harped in the past that what I really hated about Yu-Gi-Oh! Dubs, back when I paid attention to them, was how they kept reusing actors over and over again. It wasn't really fun, and it was very distracting. Like, I like Greg Abbey as Yusei quite a bit, but it's really hard to forget that he's also Tristan and sounds verbatim the same. The difference between that and this is that this is intentional. We know weird shit has happened and everyone is like, a different person. And I thought this was an episode that actually kind of did some fun stuff with it. And that ninja bit was the first. But yeah, so after that, Yuuhi's all like, it's you and I remember you, even though we never really interacted. But we're together now, so we're gonna figure something out. But then, oh no, it's whatever that guy's name is. The guy's little brother is here, and he's all like, I've come for you, good guys, because I'm an evil henchman. And so Yuuhi's all like, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to run or something. But then Damamu shows up with Yuuhi's deck and duel disk and says, you know, you can't leave these behind. I kind of get the impression that Damamu knows exactly what they're doing. Like, there is fully this belief that, like, and again, Damamu has shown it, like, they want to help Yuuhi. They want to help. They want Yuuhi to get back to the way he was. And I kind of get the impression he did that. They did that for that. So yeah, that was nice. And so then they decide to duel. And the duel's actually a lot of fun. I kind of just miss the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels used to be, where people just like focused on just spamming their extra deck mechanic or whatever their main deck mechanic was. And that was really on display here. The guy goes straight into his maximum. Yuuhi basically is setting up for his fusion for the first 2 turns, and it's enjoyable and it's fun. And then the big kind of crux of the episode happens, which is Damamu picks up the smoke bomb, throws it to Yuuhi. Turns out it's a flash bomb, which blinds Yuuhi, and thus the girl has to do the thing that the voice actress had to do in her last role. And again, that's sort of my point. This like weird integration of things, and then just straight up showing Gakudo and the 2, or the ancestors, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a weird combination of things, and it kind of keeps you wondering what's going on. And knowing that shit has actually gone on makes it more fun, because you start wondering things and connect the dots in your head. But yeah, no, and then it just turns into the whole like, she draws the cards and tells them to him while he's blinded for a few minutes. And all this builds to, naturally, a fucking fusion summon. But not just any fusion summon. A power bond fusion summon. That's right. Somewhere out there, Zane and Cyrus are just like happy to all hell that their card is here. A card that got nearly half an arc based around the fact that Zane is just a dick, Cyrus is like way too fucking whiny for his own good, and actually, I've got nothing. Zane is just an unlikable dick, and Cyrus is way too whiny for his own good. Again, I don't like GX. But anyways, so yeah, Yuuhi uses Power Bond, and I love how Damamu is just kind of like, fusing from the hand! That's right, scrub, that's how we do things in here. Fuck that, you fuse from the deck! When I see fusion from the deck in here, then I know this is some real Yu-Gi-Oh! Going on here. But yeah, they use Power Bond, summon a giant mechanical bee, and they attack, and naturally the guy makes it. Actually, no, not naturally. I thought it was really possible, because naturally as the duel goes, you see Yuuhi kind of getting back into the swing of things and feeling more like himself. I thought he was actually going to win for a bit there. But no, the end phase happens, and for the first time I think ever, we actually see Power Bond inflict the damage, which is kind of funny because it was such a big point of GX, and I don't remember if it ever happened, but then it has me going like, Zane and Cyrus are crying, which Cyrus would just do because he's Cyrus. But anyways, so yeah, they take the damage, and then the guy makes his maximum get over 9,000! Is that a dated reference? I don't care. But yeah, he attacks with his 10,000 attack point monster. Yuuhi loses. And what I like about this way this episode goes is that I almost thought for a minute there where it was going was that she was going to push Yuuhi out of the way so she would get turned into a card so he would have motivation to get back into the swing of things. But no, he gets carded. He essentially, in a weird way, had his negative emotions validated. He did, when he stood up to the plate and tried to stand up, suffered for it, and is now stuck in a bad state. But instead of just going back to being angry and sadness, he faces this whole new thing with a smile and courage, because he's now realized that, no, this is worth fighting for. This is worth standing up for. And even though there is pain and people will get hurt, I'll get hurt, I still have to keep standing and keep believing in everybody. I think that is a really strong way to end the episode, and it really makes me excited to see where this is going. Maybe the girl in the glasses will actually do something really interesting. Or maybe just our heroes, when they find out the truth, will have a good reaction and we'll get to see the guilt theme of the season continue. All in all, what I'm saying is, yeah, fuck it. I'm excited. I want to see where this goes. So yeah, give me your thoughts about this episode in the comment section below. And as for the TCG question of the week, it's sneak peek time, people. Cyberstorm Axis is coming. It's bringing a lot of neat toys. It's bringing Super Heavy Samurai, which is honestly what I'm excited for. I haven't been super excited for a Yu-Gi-Oh deck in a long time. Like, I was excited for Draco Slayer, but Tier Zero Tier ruined that for everybody. So yeah, it's been a minute since I've been really excited for something new coming out. And are you excited, or you want to fuck around with Gold Pride or a lot of the other crazy cards in the set? Tell me that in the comment section below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me next week where it looks like we get a new mommy waifu.